It's going to be June 17th from the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois, the same arena that will hold TakeOver the night before. The theme songs, I guess, are the same as they are every year. It's just that money, 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 money. That song that they always play.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not seeing any other, theme songs on here. But whatever. Either way. It's sponsored by Gold Bond Unlimited. Good grief. That's they're going to need some Gold Bond maybe some Icy Hot after this show, because a couple of ladder matches. It's the second ever not NXT. Man, I got my mind on NXT now. The second ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And yeah, they're really emphasizing a lot of history with the women and everything. There's going to be... Is there only the two women's... Three women's matches on this card, so good for them. But let's run down some of these matches. This match hasn't been made official, but there's talks that it's going to be on the card, and because it's going to be a long show and everything, and they need pre-show matches. Andrade Cien Almas versus Sin Cara. If that match does, in fact, happen, who are you calling for that one?
That's got to be Andrade Cien Almas. I mean, but they
have
him lose a match like this to Sin Cara, of all people, not that against him, but I mean, when was the last time they really done anything with him?
Yeah, I know. It's like, why... I don't even know why this is a thing, just because they're like, well, we got to have the Mexicans wrestle each other, pal. Like, I guess. But, so, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth with that one as well, because I'm, like, I posed this question to Greg, and he didn't really have an answer for me. I was like, on one hand, I want Andrade to have, I know he and Sin Cara could have a good match, but do I want them to have a good match, or do I want Almas to go out there and look strong? Or, just go out there and beat his ass and walk away. It's like, I don't know what I want.
Well, I mean, remember how they booked Asuka when she came to the main roster. I mean, yeah, they kept up the undefeated streak, but, she didn't just go out there and just destroy everybody in, every match that she had. So, it would have been the same thing here with Cien Almas.
Yeah, but the thing with her was she... And a lot of people were saying they were kind of disappointed, at least in her first couple of matches with Emma. Like, yeah, they were good matches, but on the other hand, it's like they kind of wanted her to go out there and just wreck shop and just whoop ass like she was doing in NXT. Because a lot of people on the main roster, or that only watch Raw and SmackDown, had never seen her before. And now, I mean, they're like, oh yeah, she's a good wrestler, but that's not what Asuka was supposed to be. I mean, yeah, she's a good wrestler, obviously, but she was supposed to come out there and just, whoop ass and look strong. So... I
mean, I look at it this way. I mean, I know WWE is, professional wrestling in general isn't legit competition. It's all entertainment, but, they're trying to make it look like it is. And, NXT, I would compare that to, the minor leagues, and I would say... the main roster, and you compare that to major leagues in baseball, and I guess they're trying to show that WWE, this is the big leagues. It's not as easy as it is down in NXT. So
yeah, I mean I get it to a certain extent, but I don't know. It was a little. I think Asuka needed to come in and just whoops, especially when Emma's getting jobbed out week after week, and then you call up Asuka and she's having these long competitive matches with her, So I don't know. But, same with Almas. What is it going to make him look like if Sin Cara is able to hang in there and really well with him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of caught between two things because, like I said, I don't want... on one hand, I really want to see a good... I know they could have a good match if they wanted to. On the other hand... kind of want Almas to look strong right off the bat and kind of show everybody, hey, I'm a badass and I'm gonna do something here on SmackDown. But we'll see. Moving on to the matches that are confirmed, this one, man, holy crap, this is a match. Just mother of God. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. Just, it's still a match. Like, I was hoping I'd wake up and it would be, like, all a bad dream, but it's still going on.
Yeah. It's like, why? Why are we...
I see some...
Why is this thing still going on? Like, they had a match at Backlash that should have ended the whole thing, but...
Yeah, and, like, I'm sorry, like, for all those people out there, I'm not saying, oh, well, Daniel Bryan deserves to be in the title picture right off the bat. That's not what I'm saying. He deserves a better opponent than Big Cass. Like, to all those people out there defending this at this point, you're just being a WWE fanboy at this point.
Yeah, and this isn't really doing Big Cass any favors either. They're trying to make him have to be this monster heel, having him go out there and job out to Daniel Bryan, who's like half his size. He's
a 7-foot-tall robot, and you can't teach that beep boop. Like, he comes, his sorry, that was bad. But anyway, his promos are so robotic and terrible. His promos consist of, I'm really big, and you're not, which means that I'm better than you. Like, that's it. That's his promo. Every week. And it's bad. It's not even it's not even delivered well. And when he came out on Raw, or not Raw, SmackDown, my bad. When he came out on SmackDown, just silence. Like, good grief. You could hear the sound of shuffling feet going to get popcorn.
Yeah, I mean, and the weird thing is, like, when he was teamed up with Enzo Amore, as a babyface tag team, whenever he got a chance to talk, he wasn't bad on the mic.
He was okay.
Yeah, he was okay. It wasn't.
He was acceptable. But, yeah, I don't know. He was the Billy Gunn of the team. Billy was never terrible on the mic, but he didn't really get much of a chance to say anything. But I don't know. It's he's not, and his wrestling isn't terrible, but just like, I'm already pissed off that they threw him into that triple threat. Like they ruined what I wanted. Like, everybody was like, yes, Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we're throwing Big Cass into there because screw you.
Yeah, that was.
And the match wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I was looking forward to a one-on-one match with Joe and Bryan as well. But
yeah, and the match wasn't terrible. It just wasn't good. I mean, like, or it wasn't great. I mean, the one-on-one could have been freaking great, and they're like, no, screw you and what you want. I don't know. It was rather disappointing, to say the least. And I'm not feeling it with Cass. I'm not. And and it's not, oh, well, if you're not okay with it, it's like, oh, there are a lot of people that aren't okay with it. It's just, and I know the old, well, WWE doesn't care what you want. Well, clearly. They're booking Big Cass with frickin' Daniel Bryan. Nobody wants this. And it's not doing either guy any favors. And even if Daniel Bryan, he better freaking win this. That's all I gotta say. But even if he does win this, it's like, what are they gonna say? Oh, well, he conquered the giant, Big Cass, and like, okay, like, whoop-de-doo, he beat him already.
Yeah, it's like, I think Big Cass has said stuff like, oh, Daniel Bryan's never been in the ring with somebody, as tall as me. Well, he's faced the Big Show before, hadn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, they had that big feud for the World Heavyweight title back in the day. So, whatever. I don't know. It's
But I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan here. Just hopefully put it into this feud.
Yeah, please. Let's just end that. And speaking of, can we please end this feud? Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. Man, like...
Well, that's probably going to main event the show. I mean, come on.
Oh, my gosh. It might. Don't joke.
Yeah.
And I'm a Roman fan. I'm a Roman supporter, but, man, what the hell, dude? Like...
I mean, I don't know why they're giving us this match now. I mean, I can't believe they're not holding off until WrestleMania next year to make that the main event. I mean, that'll put some butts in the seats right there now.
Well, at the very least, throw it on SummerSlam, because that'll sell out the Barclays. You don't even have to announce any other match. Just that one right there. Boom.
Exactly.
Main event for the Barclays. As a Roman fan, I don't want to see this crap. I don't know who does. It's not a good... No, just no.
Few people that the vast majority of fans can't stand, and they put them in a match with one another. But that's not going to be good, especially given how a Chicago crowd is.
Oh, mother of God. We're going to get so many CM Punk chants during this match. If they do put it on, I don't think they are, because that would be like the dumbest thing of all time. But if they were to put this on last, it would be just like at Backlash, where at least half of the crowd leaves before this match.
At least half.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna have those people. It's like, you know what? I spent all this money for these tickets. I'm gonna see all of it. But
that's what Greg and I did with 205 Live.
Yeah.
I don't know. This match is not going to be good.
The smart thing to do is put this match on first, let everybody just get it out of the way, let the fans, get their frustrations out of their system. That way they can enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be smart, but I don't know. I'm going to call Roman Reigns on this one. I don't see Jinder beating him.
Yeah.
And they got to make Roman look strong, because supposedly they're talking about maybe him and Brock headlining SummerSlam again.
Please no.
Yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't go that way, but we'll see. Greg wants it, but because Greg is a huge mark for Roman, so I don't know. I don't.
Should be Seth Rollins, in my opinion.
Yeah, it should. He's the hottest act on the roster right now, but we'll get to Seth here in a little bit. But yeah, so that's the rumor right now, because, I mean, maybe Seth will be tied up with somebody else for the Intercontinental title. You never know. So, yeah, it's hopefully Roman just squashes Mahal and ends this, because, gosh. Speaking of squashes, I don't think this is going to be a good match. I'm going to equate it to when Brock Lesnar squashed John Cena, but you never know. Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Why are we getting this match, man? I've said that 3 times already. What the hell?
Yeah, really. I mean, the match these two guys are really good, so I don't think the match itself should be bad. I mean, but the build for it and everything that they've done with it has been total crap. Yeah,
and I'm gonna clarify this. I'm not saying why the hell are we getting this match because these guys suck. These two guys, I really like it, and yes, I like Bobby Lashley, and I think Sami Zayn is like amazing. All right, so that's not the reason, but yeah, like you said, the build up has sucked. The whole, I'm going to have Lashley's sisters on the show, and then it's 3 dudes dressed in drag. And it was just so dumb. And then...
In my opinion, that segment was worse than the Bayley This Is Your Life segment they had last year.
Well, the 3 that I think are tied are the Bayley This Is Your Life, that thing with Lashley's sisters, and The Old Day.
Remember, don't forget the Miz TV with the Ball family. I think that been worst of all of them. But...
I think the segment with the Ball family was better than this. Like, that was just... Because that was unintentionally bad. This was intentionally terrible. Like, and it was... Like, somebody planned for this to happen, okay? Keep that in mind. Somebody sat down and they were like, we should have guys coming out dressed in drag saying they're Bobby Lashley's sisters, and then just proceed to rip on him.
I mean, when they announced it the previous week on Raw that, Sami Zayn was going to have Bobby Lashley's 3 sisters on, next week, I knew that was going to suck. The moment it was announced, it's like, this is going to be just...
Yeah, everybody was online was like, so, we're taking bets on how terrible this is going to be. And they were like, over, under, how is it going to be better or worse than This Is Your Life, Bailey? It was awful. Poor Sami Zayn.
The build has been so bad, I kind of forget why they're even feuding in the first place.
Yeah, I honestly don't, I don't know. I don't know why they're feuding. It's a mystery to me. But yeah, I'm calling Bobby Lashley for the winner for sure.
Me too, yeah.
But now, I think the whole, why the hell is this match happening, that's all out of the way. Now we can move on to the good stuff on the card. It's Seth Rollins defending the Intercontinental title against one of your favorite guys, Kyle. It's Elias.
Oh, let me tell you.
And Chicago is going to walk with Elias. They're gonna blow the roof off for both of these guys because they love both of them, and it's gonna be like Seth Rollins facing himself.
You'd think, yeah, that you look at these two. I mean, from a distance, you'd think are a clone of each other, but
yeah, they just they're in the middle of fighting. They're about to punch each other, and they stop and they stare at each other really hard, and they're looking. They're like, wait a second. They look each other up and down, and they're like, come here, and they just bro hug.
Am I looking in a mirror? What's going on here?
They start miming each other. Like Doink and Doink back in the day. Oh my gosh. But, yeah, so, I don't know. I mean, like I said, Seth Rollins is the hottest thing going. Elias, I know you don't like him, but for real, Elias is a damn hot act right now, man.
Yeah, I mean...
He's got the crowd behind him.
He's gotten better. I think he's a little more charismatic than initially, but...
He's great. I usually fast forward through most of his song, but, the parts I do catch, it's funny, and it gets over with the crowd, so, whatever. So, good for him. But, yeah, I'm
not too sure on this one.
I think they're going to pull the trigger, man, because, Seth had a good, respectable run. He's been champ since Mania. That's not a long run, but, he's been the champ for, no, he didn't. Or, yeah, he did win it at Mania. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yep.
At
Mania, defended it against Miz at, Backlash.
He, what did he do at Greatest Royal Rumble? Was that a ladder match, right?
The ladder match, with him and Miz and
Samoa. Yeah.
Finn Balor, was it just those three, or was it somebody else?
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe, that's right.
Yep.
Okay.
So it was a fatal 4-way ladder match. Okay, so he's had, those two pay-per-view defenses. He won it at Mania, and he's had a respectable run with it,
Had a couple of open challenges. Actually had a really good match with Mojo Rawley on an episode of Raw here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A month or so ago. And
yeah, it's weird to hear those words coming out of your mouth. He had a good match with Mojo. I like Mojo, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Mojo's not terrible, but it's just not something that you think of as, oh man, I can't wait to see that Mojo Rawley match,
Yeah, those words have never come out of anybody's mouth. Maybe his mother, but that's about it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna say this. Maybe Seth drops it to Elias. Seth has a rematch on a Raw, and then that sets up maybe a triple threat: Brock versus Roman and Seth Rollins. I would like that at Mania,
yeah,
or at SummerSlam.
Wouldn't be against it. I'd still rather see Seth Rollins and Lesnar one-on-one and have Rollins be the one to take him down finally. I mean, Seth Rollins putting on, I think, the best matches of his career right now.
Absolutely. Well, and he's just white freaking hot, man. It just.
Oh yeah.
And I think he will take the title, but this could, and I think it could be a three-way because maybe Seth gets the pin on Brock by, maybe Brock eats like 3 spears. He takes the stomp, and like Roman gets thrown out of the ring, and then Seth kind of steals a win there, and that sets up something between Roman and Seth going forward. I think that would be a good setup.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Elias wins this one.
Yeah, I mean I think I'll say the same thing. Like I said, I'm not positive on this match. I think it could honestly go either way. If they do have Seth drop the belt, I hope they put him in the Universal title picture whenever Lesnar shows up again. So
yeah, yep. They showed the graphic of when Brock Lesnar held the title for as many days as CM Punk held the WWE title, and they showed CM Punk had over 100 defenses, and Brock has had 10.
Yeah, I mean, you can't compare those two reigns.
No. Well, plus, they were, all them, like, I'm sorry, WWE, the Universal title is not the WWE title. It's just not. So,
no.
You can paint it red and throw it on Raw all you want, but it's not the WWE title. That belongs to the real best in the world, AJ Styles.
I agree. I think that's the main belt in the business. I mean, hell, we see it every week. So, I mean...
Hell yeah. Yep, that's the big one right now, in my opinion. So, but yeah, let's before we get to some of the other stuff here, let's touch on the man. They've only got one tag team title match on the card. Imagine that. It's the the SmackDown tag team titles are on the line.
I know on Raw they had that tag team battle royal last week, and the B team of all people ended up getting it, so they earned the title shot against Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. I thought that was going to be a Money in the Bank, but I guess.
Oh. Well, I mean, if maybe that is, they don't have it officially listed on the Money in the Bank card. But I mean, well, let's talk about that one then. I mean, if that is on the Money in the Bank show and it does get made official, who do you think wins that one?
Man, they've been pushing Dallas and Axel pretty hard here the last couple of weeks, which has been kind of surprising, but it's good for them. I mean, they've kind of just been. Before they were paired up with The Miz and became The Miz Taraj, they were just a couple of mid-carders lost in the shuffle, so,
yeah.
It's nice to see them, be on there every week, and now they got a good thing going here, but, I like what I'm seeing from Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt as well.
Yeah.
If that match does happen, I think Hardy and Wyatt will retain, but I think the team that eventually is going to take the belts from them is Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre.
I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, I would say I'm going to say the leaders of Worlds, only because I think they're just kind of building up the B team just to make it seem like, because they're like, well, okay, well, who else do we got to throw at these guys? It's like we'll build them up. Have them as like a stopgap, and and they'll beat them, and then move on to SummerSlam to face something bigger and better. And I like the B team. Don't get me wrong, but it's nice to see them actually getting a couple wins. I don't see them becoming tag team champions.
Yeah.
But for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, it is the Bludgeon Brothers versus The Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Carl Abs Anderson. He's the new AA, Abs Anderson. So,
last week on SmackDown, Carl Anderson got a surprise win over Harper, or Luke Harper, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine this week on SmackDown we're going to see Luke Gallows taking on Eric Rowan.
Yep.
And good old
Probably.
50-50 booking, they'll probably have Rowan go over.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to retain here. I think it should be a good match, but I don't see the Bludgeon Brothers dropping the belts anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This one's iffy for me because I want Gallows and Anderson to win. And they've been getting a decent push. They've been looking good. But yeah, and I don't want to see, Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos or the New Day again. And it seems like it's always between the Usos and the New Day, and that gets old. So it's nice to see some fresh blood.
You got the Bar over on SmackDown now.
Yeah.
Turn them face, and they'll get the belts. I don't know. I mean, wouldn't surprise me any.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I am going to go with Bludgeon Brothers retain here. So, although, like I said, I want Gallows and Anderson to get the win. My mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Sorry, that was a really bad comparison. But anyway, I just wanted to get an R. Kelly reference in today. Because, Greg's not around, so I'm not going to bring up Beaver Cleavage or Naked Midian, but we'll have some fun with that next week. Either way. So, yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers retain. Both of us are calling that one. Now we go to the women's title matches here. Carmella defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Asuka. So what do you think? You think Carmella's going to be ready for Asuka or nah?
I think Asuka will get the win, but I think Carmella will weasel her way out with the title somehow. Maybe get herself disqualified or get her count out or something. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it seems like they have faith in Carmella for some reason. I mean, I like Carmella, but her matches are boring as all hell. She's annoying. I don't know. She looks good, and she's good on the mic, but I don't know. I don't see her. I don't feel that she should be beating Asuka. And like you said, Asuka could get the win via like DQ or countout or something. But I don't know. So what, are they going to book it again for SummerSlam? Yeah, because we all want to see this match again.
Yeah, that's I mean, like you said, nothing against Carmella, but I mean, that's not really a big marquee match.
Yeah. I don't know. Man. And Carmella might actually get cheered in Brooklyn. You don't know. But, so, I don't know. Yeah, I think
Asuka... They should put the belt on Asuka, but I don't think they're going to do that just yet.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Asuka wins it all.
Okay.
So you say Asuka wins, but not the title.
Right.
I'm gonna say Asuka wins everything. But again, if Carmella either wins by nefarious means or she loses but keeps the title, I wouldn't be shocked about either one of them. Now this one, I don't know. I mean, it looks obvious the way it's going to go, but we could be totally wrong, and WWE wants to troll us again. Nia Jax defending the Raw Women's title against Ronda Rousey. Keep in mind, Ronda Rousey... Oh, I forgot. The next pay-per-view coming up, I almost forgot, is Extreme Rules for July. Ronda Rousey is not going to be there. So keep that in mind, if that means anything. But Nia Jax defends her championship she's held since Mania against Ronda Rousey, who, by the way, is going into the UFC Hall of Fame. They just announced it this past weekend. And it's funny that they announced it in Chicago this past weekend, and then she will be fighting or wrestling for the title this weekend in Chicago. Big things. It seems like obvious match is obvious, but who you calling here?
Man, this is a match, I think it's happening way too soon.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm wondering if they choreographed it with UFC, because it was like, I don't know, it just, everything seems to be falling into place way too perfect for this. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, and the whole build has been kind of weird. At first, it's just a friendly, oh, I need an opponent, and I challenge you, and whatnot. Man, I think they're all, good friends on whatever red carpet they were on. I forget what it was. For
that NBC, whatever the hell.
Yeah, some.
Where NBC announced, it's like their, I don't know, it's NBC's, like, convention thing that they put on to announce all their new shows and their continuing shows and blah, 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 Then
they have this segment, I forget if it was a contract signing or whatnot, with, Rousey and Nia Jax and Stephanie McMahon was there, and after that, there's two hate women out there, and now they're making Nia Jax look like this bully that,
yeah, her whole...
everything that Alexa Bliss was saying during their feud turning out to be true. It's like, well,
I know, it's like, didn't they just like have this thing about, trying to let everybody know, oh, she's not the bully, she's the one getting bullied, and and now it's like, no, she is the bully.
Yeah,
but the thing is, she's bullying a former dominant UFC champion, so I don't know. It's really weird.
So, I mean, so I guess they just turned Nia heel again after...
I know, I think this is the stupidest position to put Nia Jax in, and the stupidest build for a match after what you just did with her, having her be like the champion of girls who get picked on because they're bigger or they don't look like, everybody says you're supposed to look, and, whatever else, and you build her up as this big, inspirational person, and then, oh, now she's a bully, she's kind of throwing her weight around, so, not figuratively, not about her, her actually being big, you know what I mean?
Makes me wonder, are they going to make her be like the female version of the Big Show, not necessarily due to size, but just as many face and heel turns as he's had throughout his career? They should do the same thing with her.
That's what people were saying on the internet. They're like, oh, it's like she's Big Show's, illegitimate daughter or something. I don't know. WWE does the dumbest things with their face heel turns and with their character builds and whatever. I do not. I absolutely hate the writing team on Raw. Hate them. It seems like they do every single thing wrong on Raw. They act like week to week they don't know what the hell they're going to do. They're running around with their hair on fire like, what are we going to do this week? Like the writers of that show Lost. Like, what do we do? We're still on the air. I don't know. But either way, I'm calling Ronda Rousey to take the title.
Yeah, I think they kind of have to. If they're going to, build her up to be, just the top force in the women's division. And if they want, that rumored match, possibly main event at WrestleMania next year, Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, I mean, you can't have Ronda go out there and lose.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So Ronda will probably take the title. This one seems fairly obvious, but WWE's been known to troll us, especially WrestleMania was like Trollomania.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But then we've got the WWE Championship match as last man standing. AJ Styles defends against Shinsuke Nakamura. These matches are good, but Mother of God, they're like, this is like number 4.
Can we get an outcome, please?
You know what my prediction of this is? They're going to both kick each other in the nards. They're both going to go down. neither one of them gets up before 10. We have to do a rematch at Extreme Rules.
I mean, everyone's like, oh, man, last man standing, this will end it for sure. Like, no, there's a good possibility we could have another double count out or something. Like,
yep. Oh, my gosh, yeah, so that's my prediction, is we're not going to have an outcome. So, what do you...
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Nakamura finally gets it. I mean, at the end of this thing, whenever it does, and Nakamura has to have the belt. I mean, again,
yeah,
the way they've been building him up, I mean, it's just going to destroy, I don't want to say all credibility to him, but I mean, if they can't, if they don't put the belt on it, all this would be for anyone it looked like.
Yeah, the thing, I want him to win. I do. I want the feud to end as well. Or at least, have him win and then AJ chase. But, mother of God, I don't know. I'm thinking there's not going to be an outcome again, and we're going to do this match again and again and again, because WWE just loves, like, trolling us. They're like, you wanted it so bad? Well, screw you. We're going to shove it down your damn throat. Like, look, we just wanted the match, okay? Like, what's wrong with it? Like, we wanted to see these two fight. We didn't want to see them fight 5,000 times.
I think a big indicator of the result of this match is going to be where it's placed on the card. If it closes the show, like it really should, it's the WWE title after all.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get an outcome. If it's placed somewhere in the middle of the show, like it has been the last, I don't know how many pay-per-views they've done, then it's something to be more of the same.
Well, I think maybe if this is the last match on the card and there is a double down like that, I'm thinking we may see a cash-in.
That'd be the prime opportunity, a last man standing match.
Yep. So maybe neither one of these guys leave Chicago as a champion. You never know. But, yeah, so you're calling Nakamura then?
Yes.
All right, I'm calling nobody.
Okay.
Let's go on to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Maybe we'll actually have a woman win the damn thing.
Yeah, really, that would be nice.
Technically, this is the third women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Because if you remember, they did it again like 2 weeks after the first one on SmackDown. Yeah,
because they did it. They did it Money in the Bank last year. Of course, they had the whole controversy with James Ellsworth, getting the briefcase and then throwing it down to Carmella.
Yeah.
Then the following night on SmackDown, which was in Dayton that we went to, no, we weren't good enough to. We weren't good enough to get the rematch that night. We had to wait the very next week. I think it was San Diego or something. So they just announced the fact that we win, and then finally Carmella got it for real. So.
Yeah. Yep. So. I don't know. The competitors in this match are Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana, Naomi, Sasha Banks. Yes, Lana is in this match. Remember that. Oh man, who are you calling for this?
This is, this one's made me think. Like, I've already known who I was going to pick for the men's match, which we'll get to here shortly, but...
Right.
Even though I don't want him to do this, I could just see him doing it. I think it's going to be Sasha Banks. I can just... I could see her having the briefcase and just...
Yeah,
Who knows what they're going to do moving forward with it, but I don't know, I just have the feeling it's going to be her.
Yeah. I'd like to see her. Hold on, I think she'd be good. I'm pulling for. I mean, I don't. If it's going to be a SmackDown woman, I really want it to be Becky.
Same here. Yeah, that's what I want to see get it, but I don't think it will. I don't think they'll do that.
My prediction is actually going to be Ember Moon. So I think she'd be good with the briefcase. So
wouldn't mind seeing it, but I think the Money in the Bank briefcase is better when it's with a heel. I think it's just more entertaining.
Yeah. Well, I think she'll be entertaining in the match. I really want to see her and Naomi go at it in the match. I think those two will do some cool stuff with each other. They're both very athletic and and high flying and stuff like that. So they'll both do be the ones to watch. Please God, let it not be Alexa Bliss, for the love of God.
Yeah, I love Alexa, but she doesn't need it right now. And
well, what's weird is you look at the lineup of this match: Ember Moon, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Natalya, I guess, Naomi, and I guess Sasha Banks, all baby faces. And then the only heels you have are Alexa Bliss and I guess technically Lana. So, I mean, that's it. You got two baby faces, or two heels.
I wish they would have put Billie Kay or Peyton Royce in there.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good call, but I don't know. But yeah, so I'm going with Ember for mine. You went with Sasha.
Yep.
Both Raw girls. So there was talks that the women's would go to a Raw woman, and the men's would go to a SmackDown man. So
I think that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, especially because Brock isn't around. So how are they going to cash it in?
And it would just make sense. I mean, why have both of them on one show?
Right. Yep, I think that'd be a good call. Now we move on to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. It is Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and a member of the New Day, either Big E, Kofi Kingston, or Xavier Woods. The big rumor is that it's going to be Big E.
Huh, okay.
And I think he would fit in there better with all them other bigger guys. I mean, you got Finn Balor and The Miz, who aren't, real big, but the rest of these guys, I mean, look at Braun Strowman, Rusev, Bobby Roode's a pretty good-sized guy, Kevin Owens is a good-sized guy, Samoa Joe. Some big dudes in that match. But, yeah, what predictions you got for this thing?
I think it's going to be awesome. Yes, I think The Miz is going to get it. I've been thinking for the last month or so. I think everything that he's done as Intercontinental Champion, I think they're going to, reward that and put him in the world title picture where he should be. Yeah,
I think The Miz he'd be, another Money in the Bank ladder match, where a 2-time Money in the Bank ladder match winner, and I think he's going to win it, cash it in the main event, and become the WWE champ. Boom. I think it's going to be the night of The Miz. And that could set it up for The Miz versus AJ at SummerSlam, or even The Miz versus AJ and Shinsuke in a triple threat.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, either way. And then I think he's going to weasel out of the Barclays, still the champ. So...
No, I have some different thoughts of what's going to happen at SummerSlam. But...
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are many possibilities, but that's just, what I'm thinking. I mean, well, actually, that triple threat could happen in Extreme Rules, now that I think about it. Like, if they're going to go that direction. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I think The Miz is going to win it. I think he's going to cash in the main event. Boom. WWE champ yet again. He's earned it, man.
He definitely has.
He deserves it. He needs it. Give it to him. But, yeah, so that wraps up Money in the Bank 2018. By the way, I was wrong. There is a TakeOver Chicago that happened last year. Happened right before Backlash.
Okay.
So I forgot about that. Then why isn't this TakeOver Chicago 2?
Maybe WWE forgot about it too. I don't know.
Maybe they were like, we only put a number on Brooklyn. But supposedly, this is the last time they're going to do TakeOver Brooklyn this year, because supposedly next year, they're not going to be in the Barclays anymore. They're probably going to go to L.A. That's
different. They've been in New York for SummerSlam for how many years now?
4. It'll be this will be year number 4. So yeah, it's a long time. But yeah, they'll probably move out, and like I said, the rumor is they're moving out of the Barclays for SummerSlam and TakeOver and whatever after this year, and they're going to go to Los Angeles, which, you know, whatever. It's not any. I'm not going to go either way, so it doesn't no skin off my nose. But yeah, so that is that. Should be. I'm hoping it's a good show. I'm thinking it's going to be like a 50-50 good bad show. Hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully some of them sleeper matches are better than what I'm thinking they're going to be.
I think the ladder matches will deliver, especially.
Hopefully. Yeah, the ladder matches should be great. I'm not doubting those ones. But yeah, it's every other match. You know, the matches like Bryan versus Cass, Lashley versus Zayn, Reigns versus Mahal, you know, just stuff like that. I'm like, ugh. But they could surprise us and be better than what we're anticipating. Out of those three, I think Lashley versus Zayn might be the best. So, but
yeah, probably so.
Yeah, that wraps it up here. Just letting you all know, if you have not checked it out, Wednesday I posted a review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion 6.9 in Osaka-jo Hall. It was a big historic event. I already ran down the results of it on Monday, but now I'm doing an actual rundown of I actually watched the show, and I talk about it on Wednesday. Definitely go check that out if you're interested, and let me know your thoughts and feelings and opinions. I will also ASAP put that on YouTube, and hopefully I'll put this up on YouTube as well. My computer that I have my video editing software is kind of messed up right now, so I'm doing what I can with it, so please bear with me. I've been trying to get backlogged stuff up on YouTube as quickly as possible, but I'm doing what I can, man. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, Kyle.
Not a problem.
Hopefully we can get together next week and do a review of the weekend in NXT TakeOver Chicago and Money in the Bank 2018. And if we're able to get together for that, that will be up on Friday. And Greg and I will come at you on Monday with all the news that is the news from the wrestling and MMA world. And then Wednesday we will do our list of the top 10 Money in the Bank cash-ins of all time. And we'll see you Monday. Later.